Who left this on here?
Hey friends, how's it going? Ash here, welcome back to Gents. How are you? I'm doing what I feel like is gonna be the last This Week in Fragrance for this year. I mean, it's been a long time since I've done one of these. I feel like it's been at least a couple months or so. The time makes no sense to me anymore, so who knows? It could have been like 3 or 4 months ago at this point. But yes, another This Week in Fragrance, finally! Gonna be talking about some upcoming new releases. And there are a bunch of them. There's some weird stuff to talk about. A new Bvlgari, a new Dolce & Gabbana, a new Lalique, a new Dior thing. Yeah, stuff, fragrances. Now I'm gonna have in the description linked where you can read some more on what I'm gonna be talking about here today, some different websites where you can peruse and get this info if you wanna read up on it a little bit more or look at it a little bit closer or something like that. Yeah. Before we dive into all these fragrances though, here are some codes that you can use at a multitude of different websites. So whether you are shopping for niche or designer or clones, there's a website for you, and these codes will help you save some cheddar, some De Niro, some Robert De Niro. And a quick reminder that my 2 new fragrances over here, Edgewater and West Loop, are available. You can buy those at Michael Malol's website, linked in the description. Code you want to use for that is Gents, or you can find them at Perfumania or fragrance outlet stores in the US if you'd rather go in there, smell them, check them out in person. They're pretty good, man. I'm biased a little bit, but they're pretty good, man. Dude, Peebo, man, dude, man. Where do you want to start, guys? Like I said, a lot to talk about here. Let's start with the Dolce & Gabbana and then move to the Dior and kind of figure it out from there, you know, just feel it out. So, this one is called DGVIB, and the E is a 3. So DGVIB3, DGVIB. Sounds like a really bad DJ name, actually, when I think about it. Yo, it's me, DJ Vibe! Spelled the E with the 3. Here to spin all your hottest top 40 hits. 2 for 1 beers at the bar. Remember to tip your bartender. Let's give it up for Lexi! Dolce & Gabbana just coming with the hits, dude. Just what happened to you, Dolce & Gabbana? What are you doing? YSL has myself. Dolce & Gabbana has the DG Vibe. Also, just look at this bottle, man. God, it couldn't look any cheaper. How can you give us the One Luminous Night as a Middle Eastern exclusive that's impossible to find? And you're gonna give us this. Why? What have we done to you? But the whole like minimalistic bottle thing, that's something that Dolce & Gabbana has been kind of doing for a minute now. And I just think it looks so cheap. I mean, and I know there are some people out there who see that and they think, oh, this minimalistic look is good. It's nice, it's different, but man. Let's read about the fragrance though. DG Vibe Eau de Parfum is a statement of style and belonging. It's a bold and contemporary scent, rich in contrasts and luxurious notes made to be worn by everyone, because it is a unisex fragrance. The fragrance is encased in a bottle with sophisticated modern lines, enhanced by a glossy black magnetic cap. I take back everything I just said. This is an awesome bottle design. This is super cool. You got me there now, I can't complain. Its design is consistent with the packaging, featuring the iconic Dolce & Gabbana color scheme, black and white. I do love so very much that when you look at the bottle, it is just a straight up, plain, kind of semi-rectangular bottle shape, and then they go, it's a bottle with sophisticated modern lines. You mean these lines? Wow, how modern. Never seen a square before or a rectangle. What? The notes. It opens with the fresh and aromatic notes of lavender. In the heart, the full sweetness of vanilla is revealed. The composition concludes with a generous and sensual note of amber. 3 notes, lavender, vanilla, amber. I'm excited. Now, to be fair, it could be really good. I'm just putting that out there. It's possible. I do wonder if this follows more along the lines of, you know, with myself, for example, where you have a fragrance that to someone who has smelled a ton of things, it's going to be very boring. But if you're somebody who just wants something that people are gonna like and pull compliments and stuff like that, it could do very well at that. I mean, hey, lavender, vanilla, amber, that's pretty standard stuff as far as being really enjoyable. So yeah, obviously I'm kind of poking some fun at the whole thing here, but I mean, just with that bottle and that name and the whole write-up and everything, it is hard for me to take it super seriously. But like I said, I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna smell this bad boy and I hope I like it. But not to be outdone, oh no. Christian Dior, they've given us something really special. Sauvage Elixir X Baccarat Dior. That's right, boys. So Francis Kurkdjian took over as in-house perfumer of Christian Dior. And of course, everybody knows Maison Francis Kurkdjian, Baccarat Rouge 540. You may think to yourself, well, what? Is this some sort of collaboration where the fragrance is getting switched up? Sauvage Elixir is getting a little twist-a-rooney, which if I'm honest, you know, Sauvage Elixir mixed with Baccarat Rouge 540, it would probably sell pretty well. But that's not what this is. No, no, no. This is Sauvage Elixir put into a Baccarat bottle. Not a Baccarat Rouge bottle, a bottle made by Baccarat. Inspired by wide open spaces, Sauvage stands out with a remarkably intense fragrance trail that pushes all the limits. For the first limited edition Sauvage Fragrance Elixir, the House of Dior has partnered with the French crystal manufacturer Baccarat. Each bottle is born of fire, water, and the expert hands of its artisan glassmakers. Thought we were gonna get a little Game of Thrones there for a second.
But everything has an end, even Game of Thrones.
Yeah, this is Sauvage Elixir put into a very special Baccarat crystal bottle. Even the Sauvage name is written in palladium, a metal more precious than gold, for an exquisite decor that plays with finesse and understated opulence. Okay. This extraordinary object is nestled in a dark solid oak case. The Sauvage X Baccarat bottle creates an absolutely stunning contrast of materials between the clear brilliance of crystal and the density of wood. Ooh. So yeah, the note breakdown is the exact same. This is just Sauvage Elixir put into a collectible bottle and presentation. Now you may think to yourself, well heck man, that actually sounds pretty cool. I would enjoy scooping that up myself. I'm a fan of Christian Dior. I'm a fan of Sauvage Elixir. I am a fan of Baccarat. How much will this set me back? Well, first thing that you should know is that this is a 500 milliliter bottle. So it's big.
That's a big handle for such a sweet little game. And
they are making 500 bottles. So 500 milliliters, 500 bottles. How much do you think that runs? $6,900. 6,900. Why not just 7,000 at that point, you know? Yeah, we could have hit you for 7 G's, you know, but we figured 6,900 is a better number, if you know what I mean.
69, dudes!
Dior. But hey, it's a great investment. There's nowhere that can go but up price-wise. I'm making that up. Do not take that as an investment advice. But yeah, there we go. Sauvage Elixir X Baccarat. If you've got almost $7,000 burning a hole in your pocket, which I guess after tax, it's gonna be over 7 G's, right? But yeah, if you have that burning a hole in your pocket and you would like a 500 milliliter Baccarat crystal bottle filled up with Sauvage Elixir, there you go. But remember, palladium, it's got palladium, so that's cool. Let's talk the new Lalique, because we all need a little Lalique in our lives. We got a new Ancre fragrance. It's honestly, I'm pretty psyched about. Lalique, probably most well known for Ancre Noir, Ancre Noir Sport, Ancre Noir à l'Extrême, those fragrances, which you can get from discounters for really cheap. But then they also have Ombre Noir, which is great, Lalique White and Black, Lalique White, Lalique Pour Homme. I don't know why I keep saying Lalique before every single one of these fragrances, you already know. But they got a lot of stuff. The quality is typically very high, and at discounters, the price is typically really low. At retail, Lalique is not cheap though. Lalique is pretty expensive at retail. So let us read about this new Ancre Indigo, which I am very, very, very looking forward to. Perfumer is Anique Minardo as well, like, let's go. The new men's fragrance by Lalique brings color to life through a radically modern composition brimming with energy and movement. Lalique presents Ancre Indigo, an artfully unconventional scent for a new generation of free spirits. Like plunging into enticing waters, Encre Indigo is an immersion into sublime layers of blue. A luminous yet intense fragrance for a man who thrives on living life in motion. Dynamic and daring with just a hint of mystery, Encre Indigo unfurls like an original work of choreography for the senses. Vibrant, light, and fresh top notes take the lead, imparting buoyant zestiness before swirling into an intense warm heart and gliding back to earth on masculine bass notes. So, yes, that reads like it is Lalique's in their Encre line, which is, I guess, no longer Encre Noir. But this does open up possibility, because you have Encre Noir, Encre Indigo, now Encre whatever the heck. You can make Encre Rouge if you want to, baby. You can do whatever. The world is your oyster, Lalique. Give us the Encres. So this one has top notes of bergamot, juniper, and pink pepper, a mid of bay, saffron, and black tea, I'm guessing bay leaf, and a base of patchouli, vetiver, and ambergris. So this one is gonna be interesting. I am going to guesstimate that on some websites, this fragrance is going to catch hate before it's even released. Because how dare Lalique make a fragrance that could be a blue one? How dare you?
How dare you?
I demand only fragrances that most people find difficult to wear. Give me anything else, I'm peeved. I'm just playing. White and black is easily worn, so is white. I think Pour Homme is as well. Just referencing Encre Noir, which I don't think personally is hard to wear. Just for the record, I know a lot of people do. But yeah, man, a Lalique blue fragrance done by Annick Bernardo, if it has like a bit of a twist to it and does something slightly different where it doesn't come out and just smell, you know, exactly like one of the other ones, we could be onto something pretty sick here because, again, Lalique fragrances, and I know this is not great for the brand necessarily, but at discounters are typically quite affordable. So if we get a fragrance here that, I mean, looking at it with the black tea in there, could be something pretty cool, but if we get something that's different, but still has that compliment factor, that wearability, the quality that you expect from Lalique, and to top it off, it's not crazy expensive, that could be sick. And I like the look of the bottle. I think it looks cool. So, Lalique, I'm here for you. I love you. I want this to succeed. I want this when I smell it. And I hope some of you out there are pumped as well. More fragrances is a good thing. All right, let's talk about the new Jubi real quick. Jubilation 40 from Amouage. So this is kind of like the new deal with Amouage, you know, with their, you know, really high-powered extraits or really dense extraits. And now we got Jubi coming out. Jubilation 2540. 2540. Sumptuous, extravagant, and profound, Jubilation 25 celebrates the nobility of masculinity that embraces the beauty of both East and West. Following 10 weeks of patient aging at 40% concentration, the fragrance becomes even more complex and multifaceted, resulting in Jubilation 40 Man Extrait, capturing the essence of sophistication. I love Jubilation 25. That was kind of the OG ultimate hype beast as far as Amouage goes. It was like the pinnacle of the brand for a lot of people. Now, as time has gone on, they've released a lot more stuff, obviously, and it's not old, but where it's older than all the new stuff, it kind of falls by the wayside a little bit. But now we have this coming out, which I do want quite a bit, but I know it's gonna be real pricey. Now, since this is Amouage, and we're talking Jubilation here, there's a bunch of notes. I'm not gonna just go through and read them all off because, I mean, it's like 20 notes almost, so I'd just be sitting here like blah, 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 blah. But again, if you wanna check this one out, just Google it or go to the website in the description, check it out, Jubilation 40. It's not Jubilation 25 anymore. I still think it should be called Jubilation 2540.
I don't think so.
Last up, let's do the new Mancera Black Noir, which I'm pretty sure that just means black. Black is black in English and noir is black in French. Black, good name. Mancera's Black Noir is an emotional journey across continents and scented traditions, capturing the imagination of anyone privileged to smell it. Whew. The fragrance opens with a symphony of pink pepper, a captivating top note that immediately captures attention. Black leather, contrasting with her bold side, mixes with pink pepper, creating an intriguing promise of adventure. The combination proves to be an irresistible invitation to an olfactory journey. The heart reveals its richness in a sensual embrace of cultures and passion where Cambodian oud patchouli leaves, Cuban tobacco leaves, and Polynesian tiare flower intertwine. Is it tiare? I totally butchered that. In a sensual embrace, spreading an aura of irresistible desire. Not going back and saying it again. As the sun sinks below the horizon, Black Noir reveals its final essence. Tonka beans and vanilla pods from Brazil mixed with ambergris and Haitian vetiver roots, creating an olfactory tail that persists for a long time on the skin. It's Mancera, you don't say. It persists for a long time? No way. It's an enveloping hug and indelible memory. Black Noir by Mancera is a fragrance that enchants and seduces, an olfactory poetry destined to last forever. So yeah, I bet it's gonna be strong. First off, it's called Black Black. Second off, it's Mancera. Third off, it has black leather, Cambodian oud, and tobacco leaf in here, mixing with tonka, vetiver, vanilla, ambergris, and patchouli. If this is anything other than apocalyptic, I will be surprised. Now, when I first looked at this, you know, I just saw the bottle and everything, I was thinking to myself, is this gonna be just another Mancera oud rose saffron? Like, oh, how many of those do we need from Mancera / Montal? Please no more. And I saw the oud in there and I was thinking, oh, wait, oh, actually sounds pretty cool. Note breakdown, I like it. I think that this has some real potential. You know, you never really know when the next Mancera mega hit is going to come out. You know, the next Red Tobacco, the next Citra Boisé, the next Instant Crush, whatever. But looking at this, it has as good a chance as any. The only thing that I think could undo it is if the leather is just overbearing or if the oud kind of swallows everything up too much. As long as that doesn't happen, we could be looking at something really good here. Oh! Wait, there was one more thing. The new Bvlgari. Yes, the new Bvlgari Man in Black Parfum. But here's the deal. There is very little information on this out right now. Essentially, a photo and some people talking about how it's coming out pretty soon. But legitimately at this point, the only information that I have is that there is a Parfum version of Man in Black coming out. Presentation looks pretty much the same other than the atomizer up top. My guesstimation is that this should be what you expect of a Parfum flanker and that it comes across a little bit deeper, richer. Probably would have the spice dialed down a little bit, maybe add some sort of sweetness to it would be my expectation, but don't know anything as far as the note breakdown. But you can expect to see more about that, I would guess, really soon. Honestly, not a bad time for it to come out. You know, heading into winter, Parfum version of Man in Black, that could be pretty awesome. But right at the tail end of the year, got a new Bvlgari coming. And if I'm honest, I'm more excited about that than, you know, Glacial Essence, Rain Essence. Not that there's necessarily anything wrong with those or anything like that, but Man in Black I feel like is one of the best that Bvlgari has put out in the Man line. And a Parfum version could be really good. Because the flankers of Man in Black that are pretty much all, you know, impossible to find now, were by and large really, really well done. Boom. So there we go, some upcoming fragrance releases and an extremely expensive Sauvage Elixir. Sick. And I just want to go on record saying I will not be buying that bottle. Can you imagine something happens, just somehow, some way that falls and shatters? You'd just be like, oh my God! All right, guys, that'll do it for me. Let me know in the comments below which of these new releases you're looking forward to the most. Thank you for hanging with me. Stay safe out there. See you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you later.